Hey everyone, I'm Amy from Pond Megastore, and today we are discussing some of our Lotus questions with America's Lotus expert and hybridizer, Laura Bancroft of 10 Mile Creek Nursery. Laura, there are some old red lotus which are just really a deep pink. Today we have some really red lotus, some of them really dark red. My favorites right now are Bei Po and Titan. How do those two lotus rate for you?
I actually love both of those lotus. They're both single petal, vibrant red lotus. Titan is an older lotus. Was one of the first brilliant red lotus, and it tends to open way above the leaves. And so when you look at a group of Titan, it looks like a Christmas tree because they're just bright red lights everywhere that are actually up in the air. I really love that. When it opens, it has a gold fringe of stamen around the center. A lovely lotus. Bei Po is one of the Chinese Red City series by Mr. Ding. It is a brilliant red single petal lotus that has broad petals, which make it open rather flat on the plant, which makes it appear much larger than other flowers.
Right.
And I really love both of those.
Same here. So Zach, the owner of Pond Megastore, really raves about Yiming Red. That's a very good red and a great blooming lotus. How would you rate Yiming Red, and what do you consider your other favorite deep red lotus?
Yiming Red is a great lotus. It's just as good as Zach says it is. It is a good bloomer. It is a healthy plant, easy to grow, no problems with that plant. And I highly recommend Yiming Red. It looks a lot like Titan, so those two are two of my favorites. Some of the dark red lotus that I really love, I love Red Shanghai, which is the City series also. I love Rubies and Pearls. Rubies and Pearls is a double petal lotus. It's not quite as tall as some of these others. However, the flower is such a deep red, it's almost maroon, therefore the name Rubies. And the petals have little white balls on the tip. Therefore, you get rubies and pearls. I love that. There's a small lotus called Little Longevity Star. I call it Little Long Star, but it is also brilliant red, opens flat, plate-like, and it's on a dwarf lotus. So for people without as much room, that's a great bright red lotus. There is a lotus called Choo Choo. And Choo Choo is a single petal lotus also with, it has pointed tips on it and is extremely deep, bright red, blooms very heavily. Choo Choo's one of my favorite. There are a lot of other, Happy Eyes is a great red lotus. Gorgeous is pretty as its name sounds. It is a really nice double petal lotus. There are many great red lotus. The older lotus are really dark pink, but some of them are stunning also. One of my favorite in the red lotus that is really dark pink is Deacon DeGarmo. It is a beautiful, huge flower on that lotus, so it's one of my favorites also.
All right, you've got a lot of favorites.
I do. I have a lot of different ones, and so I do have a lot of favorites.
Now, have you guys hybridized or created any at 10 Mile Creek Nursery that are your own?
We have. I have a brilliant red single petal lotus. It's actually a medium-sized lotus. Right now it doesn't have a name. It's called T20.
Well, you have a princess.
Yeah, well, I do. I do have a princess that needs a name, and she very well may get that one. It is a lovely, extremely red lotus. There is another large size lotus, quite tall, also single petal. It doesn't have a name yet either. So I will name those probably this summer because they are showing themselves to be very stable. And when I say that, I mean that they have bloomed the same way for several years in a row.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for answering some of our questions about Red Lotus. And if you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe at the bottom and ring that bell for us. If we have not yet answered your Lotus question in this video, remember you can watch some of the other videos right now.
Hey everybody, Johnny's Brower here with Pond Megastore. Have you ever wanted a Lotus but just haven't really known where to start? Do you have a question such as, when should I fertilize them? Well, with every single purchase of a Lotus on pondmegastore.com, you receive our 32-page informational handbook that covers questions like these and every other topic you can possibly think of. So don't fear, order them here, www.pondmegastore.com.